Yeah, let's get started. So I guess and then that agenda, now we're going to talk about what's been happening with Safeforge for the last 2 weeks basically. Give updates on sort of like where we're going in terms of growth, where we're going in terms of community development. I'm just going to take us through that fairly quickly. Some of our new initiatives and our campaigns that are ongoing. So quick updates on sort of our portfolio growth. So on January 1st, SAF was worth $960. Today it's worth 1310. So that's a growth of 36%. I think that's all of crypto's gone up, but that's a very, very good sort of like growth rate. And if we look sort of at the small cap gems that we've been investing in, guys like Matic, Kyber Network, 1inch, what we found is that these guys have sort of gone up more than the rest of our portfolio. So they've been really, really pushing that growth in our portfolio. So overall, I think SAF has been growing very, very strongly over the past now 5 or 6 weeks. As is always crypto. But our idea ultimately is to reflect that overall crypto market in a better way. In terms of Safeforge's growth, total TVL has been very, very positive as well. So over the last 2 weeks, we've grown from about 8,500 TVL, which was 6.8 SAF, up to 11,600 TVL. So a total of 8.8 SAF, so almost 9 SAF. So that's a 40% growth, 2-week growth in TVL. We've got quite a few more people who are supposed to come on board over the next week or so. So we should see sort of a higher amount of growth than this over the next few weeks, if everything goes well. But in any case, 40% growth, very, very solid. In terms of community, so our Discord community has been fairly static over the last 2 weeks at 400. And so that's something that we're going to want to be working on. I think what's been happening is that we haven't been sort of having enough engagement on Discord. We have been getting an inflow of new members, but that's been balanced by the leaving of members on Discord. And so we're going to be working on different engagement strategies to make sure that it is worthwhile for people to stay on our Discord. And our Twitter followers, we've really started pushing our Twitter overall. Number of followers has grown up to 478. So overall, pretty positive. We're launching a new senior ambassador role. So, these people will get more governance tokens than our regular ambassadors. We want to build a group of 10 extremely high quality ambassadors who can really contribute to our project. Looking for people who can directly drive our TVL growth. And for more information, just ping Andrew sort of after the chat. He's available on Discord, yeah. And your name is just Andrew on Discord, right? I think.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Nice and easy. So ping Andrew on Discord if you're interested in being a senior ambassador or just a regular ambassador. So in terms of development, lots of interesting things are going on there. We're revamping our portfolio builder. So if you sort of see what we see with our portfolio builder, we're going to build a new portfolio builder. And one of the issues with our current portfolio builder is that it's quite restrictive. And so I think the feedback that we've gotten from our forgers is that they're not able to build their portfolio. They're not able to build the portfolio that really has their personality sort of stamped in it, that has their ideas stamped in it. And so what we're doing is we want to work on making it more granular. So we want to allow people to actually pick coins, not just factors. And we want to allow different models on top of factors than just that default linear model. We want to allow people to create their own factors, with our data. And we also want people to submit and use their own data. So basically, the idea fundamentally is to allow people to, basically change and play around with the data in ways that just wasn't possible with our original model. When we're finished, we're going to want to open source it. So make it a truly community sort of effort. And we should have a first version out by hopefully the end of the week. So that's coming along pretty well. Another thing that we're building is we're building a DCA app. So we're building an app so that you can easily dollar cost average into SAF. Talking to several fiat to crypto providers. That's a fairly slow sort of ongoing process, but overall things are pretty positive. So that's sort of moving along a little bit slower than we would like, but we're starting to sort of like we're sourcing those providers and talking to them. Because ultimately, I think one of the issues that we have with our current system of investment is that it's just really hard, right? Anyone who's bought SAF, and I think most of you guys here have bought SAF, it's just a difficult process. So we want to make it a lot easier. We're launching a new newsletter. So we're launching a newsletter called the Long-Term Crypto Investor. It's going to be a weekly newsletter with the 3 most important points of the week, alongside some educational material on different blockchain concepts. There's lots of great crypto newsletters out there, but most of them are fairly complex, I would say, and most of them are sort of targeted towards people who are, fairly into crypto, right? People who can spend an hour a day on crypto, right? An hour and a half a day on crypto. I think, if you're owning, let's say, 2% of your portfolio in crypto, and you're holding it long term because you believe in the overall validity of the space, you probably don't need that much information to keep up to date with your investment. And so this is why we're launching our newsletter, right? So it's going to be a weekly newsletter. It's going to be, somewhere between 500 to 1,000 words a week. You read that, you'll understand sort of what's happening in the crypto space, how it would affect your investment overall, and learn a thing or two, hopefully. And then finally, our SAF rewards campaign is sort of like up and running. So this is our rewards campaign for those people who buy our first 100 SAF, where you get governance token rewards. We're moving to a whitelist model. So everyone's already bought, you guys are already in, but we're starting to move to a whitelist model for new people who are coming in. So how our reward system is going to work is you're going to sign up for your whitelist. We'll give you a week and an onboarding time, and we'll walk you through sort of how to buy it. You buy a minimum of 1 SAF, which is right now 1310, and a maximum of 5 SAF, and then you hold that SAF for a year, and then you'll become eligible, and we'll just send those governance tokens to your wallet. And governance tokens are currently at 1396 for 1 SAF, down from our original value of 1564. And they'll continue to decrease as we get closer to that 100 SAF mark. And that is I guess that's our updates for the week. So thank you everyone, and I will see all of you guys very soon, hopefully.